Here on the Daily, the last few weeks have resulted in a lot of adjustments for all of us. I don't think that's any kind of overstatement there. A big blow for Sydney-siders was the loss of the Vivid Light exhibition. In previous years, the exhibition has attracted over 2.3 million visitors across Sydney's most historic sites, and obviously it's terrific for some industries that are really suffering right now under the COVID-19 pandemic. James Breko, an activist and pub trivia host, is using his social media following to call Australians to participate in what he calls DIY Vivid. To find out a little bit more, we're joined now by the man who started it all, James Breko himself. James, good morning.
Hi, Sean. Thanks for having me, mate.
Absolute pleasure. Before I get into the bits about DIY Vivid, could you tell us a little bit about your story with the DIY Rainbow?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the Facebook page that's doing DIY Vivid. The DIY Rainbow has been going on probably about, what year is it now, 2027 years, 2013. And that was all about when the state government tore up the Rainbow Crossing on Oxford Street. I created my own DIY rainbow crossing in Surrey Hills on the back laneway of my terrace in Surrey. And then everybody started chalking rainbows in solidarity, really. And they started happening all over Sydney and eventually all over Australia. And we got a whole bunch of chalk rainbows happening all over the world, actually. And Facebook flew me to America and I got to chalk a rainbow over there. So it all took off, not just about the rainbow crossing in Sydney. It really became a thing about LGBTQ rights, and we did a lot with marriage equality leading up to the vote and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, chalk rainbows was sort of my first invention, Sean. And then, and now we've got about 80,000 followers on the Facebook page, so we can sort of create new events and get the word out pretty quick.
Let's say this one's a little bit similar. Can you explain to us Do-It-Yourself Vivid? What's the idea behind Do-It-Yourself Vivid?
Well, we sort of thought it would be really cool if everyone put their Christmas lights out on their balcony or even made some installations from stuff from home. It's all about when you're stuck at home, taking your mind off things and making a sculpture, making an installation sort of a la Vivid style and lighting up, most importantly, lighting up your balcony or lighting up your windows, particularly in the cities so that all the neighbours can see each other. Spreading a little bit of love and a little bit of light in these really dark times.
It is tricky at the moment because it's almost a time when we need to be pulling together socially, and yet we've got to keep socially distant. So was the thinking to sort of try and channel a bit of that attitude?
Yeah, totally. I mean, with Sydney Vivid, I always thought that was a beautiful, it's been a beautiful festival here in Sydney. But quite often, you're not always in a crowd watching Vivid. You can watch it from different spaces and different areas. So I think it can translate a little bit in these times of isolation, but obviously it's not going to go ahead. But we can do it ourselves. And I think I'm on my balcony now and I'm looking across at the apartments across the road, and I can look at about 300 apartments from here in Chippendale. I mean, it'd be fantastic once they all start lighting up and you can sort of spread a message of love and magic to each other, across distances, which is kind of cool.
Now, this officially kicks off on April 17th, and I understand there's a little bit of a to-do around that one. So what do people need to do in order to participate, other than obviously the lights you mentioned there?
Absolutely. We've got about 2 weeks now, a little bit over 2 weeks. So people have started putting their Christmas lights up. We just put a date in the future so everyone can rally around that Friday night, and we're going to have a DJ doing a live stream. If they want to check out the Facebook event, all the details are there. It forwards on from the website, which is diyvivid.com.au.
And just before I let you go, I understand you have another event starting this week, and this sort of falls rather nicely into keeping people entertained at home as well, keeping us connected while in isolation. Breko's Music Bingo from Home.
Oh, my God, you know that. That's hilarious. Yeah. So Sean, I was doing 4 or 5 nights a week in the city in pubs, and I lost all my work, So I'm just trying to hustle. So I'm doing a music bingo from home, which is so fun. We did it last week. We had over 100 people play. And basically, if you sign up for free, I send you the bingo cards. But instead of numbers, I DJ music tracks. And you just stamp off the song once you hear it. And the first person to get a line, they SMS bingo through, and they get in our Hall of Fame. We've got some prizes this week as well, some pizzas and stuff. So, yeah, it's hilarious. If you want to check it out, you could go just search Breko's Music Bingo from Home on Facebook, and it'll come up.
Fabulous stuff. Well, James, look, best of luck with those ones. Best of luck staying safe in the midst of all this madness.
You too, mate.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Cheers, buddy. Have a good one.
That was James Breko talking to us about, DIY Vivid. A bit of a replacement event for the much-loved, unfortunately now cancelled Vivid Sydney, set, as I say, to start on April 17. If you want more information, you can head on Facebook, type in DIY Vivid Australia. The event will pop up. Also, Breko's Music Bingo from Home. If you want to check that one out, you want to stay involved with that one there. We might try and stick a couple of links up on the podcast. 2SER.com. Follow the links for the daily. We'll have the podcasts up there very shortly as well. 2SER feature album of the week is Cable Ties, Far Enough. I've got a track from it right now. This is Self-Made Man.